Hello and welcome to my advanced SEO course on schema. Hi, my name is Joseph Kahn and this is a part one of a four-part series, and this is about structured data and schema markup. So in this training, again part one, we're going to talk about what is schema markup, what's structured data, and we're going to look at rich results. And then coming up after this, we're going to talk about entities, the semantic web, becoming and creating an entity, and we're going to talk about how to implement all this for your website. So who am I? I've been a digital marketer since 1994. I've been doing this quite some time. I was voted Internet Digital Marketer of the Year in 2010 at the World Internet Summit. I've been a Microsoft Pinnacle Award winner. I'm the SEO for Looney Tunes. I rank for Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, that kind of stuff. And I am certified in everything having to do with SEO, tons and tons of certifications here and even in the last year or so. And I've even been in a Fortune 500 fastest growing company status. So let's talk about what we came here for, and that's schema markup. So this is an introduction, and just, what is it? It's basically a structured data vocabulary that helps search engines better understand the info on your website in order to serve rich results. We're going to talk about that and why that's important. So the web as data is the new direction for SEO. So in case you're doing on-page SEO, link building, that kind of stuff, talking about entities and SEO and structured data, that is the next thing. That is going to be where you want to go in your new direction, because here's a legend here talking about this, saying this is the next direction. And so I agree, and Google probably agrees as well, because what is structured data doing for you? It's a way of describing your site so that search engines can understand it better. It uses a vocabulary that, say, Google understands, and it uses code so that it can display the data in a much richer way than you're doing on your pages on the search engine itself. And then it puts basically code on your website using schema. That's what we're talking about in the other markup. So what is schema? And schema is a collective framework that helps and organizes and interprets information for you. So it's an outline of data information. You can see an example in the screenshot below, and we'll look at a little bit more detail of that in part four. So it's an outline of data. It's basically code that recognizes entity data, and we'll talk about entities a little bit later on. And it's basically extra on-page code that's written behind the scenes. I'm gonna show you how easy it is to put on your pages, and it gives juice to topical relevance on your pages. So who and what is schema for? Okay, it's not for humans. It's not on-page SEO. This is not for people to read. This is for computers to read. That's why it's written in this JavaScript manner. So it's mainly for machines. That's what it's for. It's to connect data and entities together. And so it's basically to connect this entity data that we're going to be talking about. It's to shape and categorize the data set. So it's to enrich it and make it more full, meaning have more characteristics over the data. And it's used to take that data that you're including on your web pages so that they can easily use it anywhere else that they want, say in the Googleverse, okay? And sometimes they call these little handles, and it's to deliver rich results in varying places across this Googleverse. And it's used to also disambiguate concepts and ideas, and we'll talk about that and relevance with that structured data. So basically, the benefits of schema is a rich result. And this is taken right from Google's site, who's basically saying this includes interactive or extra visual features. So what's that benefit? Help search engines understand your site better, improve brand presence with a full knowledge graph. So those are great. Get attention grabbing results, be eligible for featured cards to get more real estate, gain clicks in the Google search results, right from search results, position your site for all different kinds of things, get a sneak preview in your content, replay your videos and songs right from there, get more video views, display social proof right in Google with different search features like you see these stars here, and increase your social media following, all right from using schema on your page. So what does Google use it for? They use it to establish new entities. If you identify one on your page, it'll use it to establish new entities. It uses it to expand their existing cards about what they know about existing entities. So the more you give it, the better it enriches their data. It builds relationships between entities, and it creates, here's the important thing that we want that helps us, is creates rich results. So What is a rich result again? A rich result is this extra visual interactive feature that Google rewards you with. It's beyond the blue link. It goes beyond the standard blue link in elements such as images, ratings, stars, and carousels and different things Google will give you with these rich results like this. Using the schema article will produce a rich result potentially in top articles. So a rich result basically is either a SERP feature, a rich result, which is a bit of information on the SERP page, like little stars and extra information. We'll look at that. And rich snippets are basically stuff that appears alongside of search that enhances. And the SERP features we talked about is image carousels and different knowledge graphs and things like that. This is what a rich result is, and this is what structured data and schema markup will lead to for you. And here's the different categories of these snippet categories. So sponsored features, local business, as you can see, local business, knowledge features, media like playing from there, saving images, visual enhancement of organic results from including review stars to stock inventory numbers, and then search query features. So there's a lot of different categories. So this is what I want you to be thinking about and identify, because each one of these things we can create code for and put on our website so that Google will consider it. So you got article, book, breadcrumb. So you were going to look and see when you're analyzing, and I have a formula for you later on in this mini course, is to look and see which one of these actually apply to you. Do you have an article? Do you have a book? Do you have an event coming up, a recipe, Q&A? Do you have products? What are the things that you need? This is what we can target from rich results. So take a look at this. So from book schema to FAQ schema to article schema, person schema, local business schema, and again, these are all also called knowledge graphs, and video schema. Again, this is all created and all accomplished through writing schema or implementing schema on your web page. And snippets, like from this, you can see on one of our pages here, we got a rating review, we got a vote, we got the price in there, we got in stock in there. I think we even got a category breadcrumb snippet in there. This improves your CTR, meaning if your listing has stars and have different extra data compared to other listings in your search that does not, you're going to get the click. You're going to get better results. So rich results from schema, this is all again included in the actual web page. Now this is a killer resource. You see this big long URL to get to this resource, but this is a killer resource. You can basically copy this down from this screen, but this is a killer resource that will show you all of the details of the data in Google. So let me go there. And in the search gallery, you can see all of the ones that we're talking about. Google gives you a picture of it, tells you a little bit about it and how to accomplish it. And I'm going to show you in the third video how to grab the code and easily implement the code on all this for any of your pages. So you want to see, is any of this apply to you and that you want to add to your particular page. So this is a location to go get it. So here's things that you can do to prepare as we move through. So now you know what structured data is, you know what schema is, and we're going to talk about how to implement it. So review how you can personally relate to that rich results list. Go to that Google's list and look over those things and see, is there anything that you can do? Do you want to use any of these? Identify the ones that you want to do. Review your website and make a list of relationships to your website. What do I mean by that? From social media to images, do you have a Better Business Bureau listing? Where are you all listed? We want to make connections to all that so that we can connect that up in the next phase. Review your keyword targets for rich snippets, meaning if you're wanting to be a knowledge graph for, say, the joy of baking, review your keyword targets and then go and do some competitor analysis to see what's showing up as far as rich snippets that you can target. And review that list. Okay, right now there's 30, there could be more, and there's more and more that's coming on board as we talk about this. So right now 30, go review those and see which ones that you want to target first, that you can go ahead and look at and put code kind of in our next phase. And then review any competitor snippets that you may see, and then see if you can go to the competitor's website and identify the schema code that was used to create that snippet. That's a great homework assignment, and will help you go to the next level with this information. So do those things, and next up in part 2, we're going to discover the semantic web, what it is, and what entities are, and how all this relates, and we're going to connect them all up in the next video. So